Hey guys! So, like we requested, you guys sent in a whole bunch of questions for us to answer for D20 Live. And sure enough, you guys sent us a bunch, so we're going to get to them. Let's get started. What levels were the players at, and which Pathfinder books did you use? All the players were at level 10 for the normal Pathfinder system. Technically, we used the core rulebook, Ultimate Equipment, Ultimate Combat, Ultimate Magic, and the Advanced Race Guide. But that being said, when it came time to really develop the characters, it was mostly the core rulebook and Ultimate Equipment with a few like feats and spells taken from different areas. So, long story short, as many books as we could get our hands on, but most of the core books. Do you ever plan to use any of the These Warriors campaigns? Likely not. These Warriors are terrible in D20 Live. While they do have a lot of crossover with fans, there's no guarantee that everyone's crossing over between the two. That being said, it's not unlikely that we plan to use some of the settings that These Warriors are terrible have used. That said, I still want to run Spirit of the Century for D20 Live. Can you use D6 systems, or is it D20 only? This year is the last year we're probably going to be doing a D20 system for a little while. We did a D20 system for as long as we have because it's kind of in the name and stuff, but there's nothing restricting us from using any kind of system we want, any kind of setting we want. It's whatever we want. We can do it. Do you have a synopsis of the prequel campaign? Actually, I have a little bit of a surprise announcement. The D20 Live crew have kind of deserved their day of being recognized for all the work they did. So in the next couple months, let's say, they are actually going to be playing the prequel campaign. We're going to try to live stream it, but no matter what, we're going to film it and put it up online. More details to come on that. Is there any chance summon bigger fish will ever be an accepted attack? Is that a Star Wars reference?
I can tell you.
I think it's a Star Wars reference. I think. I don't know. Has the GM sated his need for revenge? While my needs for revenge may be satisfied, my desires for megalomania shall never be satisfied. Will next year's game be announced outright or clued again? Okay, if you're meaning the campaign that we're going to do for 2015, that's Firefly. We openly play the Firefly theme. We just did that deliberately. If you're asking what we're going to hint next year for the 2016 game, we'll probably, it depends on a few factors. It's still kind of up in the air what we're going to pick for that year. It's almost locked in because we really have a good idea for that. But it will probably be another audio clue, but it'll be a very obvious one, or we'll try to make it very obvious. Darth and droids or Knights of the Dinner Table? No sitting on the fence. Dead Ale Wives. What are the chances of any female players? Funny thing, we've actually been trying to get a female player on since after the first year. Because the first year we weren't really caring about gender or anything like that, or what gender of the people we got. We just tried to get everyone we could. And whoever said yes. Since then, we've been consistently trying to get female players. Year 2, it just logistically didn't work out with some of the female guest schedules. And year 3, we said outright that we needed people that had a strong D20 system of knowledge of it. And the people we got in were mostly guys. I don't recall that we ever got any any ladies who had said they had a strong thing with it. At least I had never heard that. From here on out, that invitation has always been open. We've always tried to get as much diversity as we could on that table to really have a lot of good fun. So, there you go. Will Puff the Black Dragon return? Okay, you guys need to let this go. Because, I can't bring Puff back. He's dead. And the only way I could bring him back is if he was some kind of undead. Do you and IXI Studios plan to put subtitles on the videos? IXI Studios is actually not affiliated with D20 Live. They were good enough in our first year to record the footage and put it up because at that time, I didn't really have a cameraman on hand in any way, shape, or form. I didn't have enough foresight to really get one for the event. That being said, since then, we've had Dan the Video Ninja, who did year 2 and did all the filming for that, and our current, and from here on out, Video Man, will actually be Tom Hope from Pixel's Edge. Tom? Believe me, he does amazing work. Like, it's a massive, massive quality. Yeah, he's down there. I don't get what the hell's going on either. It's been there the whole time.
You're in my chair.
Why does the Facebook banner have a generic, healthy black dragon instead of a dead one with a sword sticking out of its spinal column? Our banner image was actually provided by one of our fans, Sam Lee, from, I believe, Ask Violet, whose link should be in the underbar for this one. She provided it to us free of cost, and it was a really nice image, and that's why we keep using it. As for why it's not dead, because I like it that way. Token or Pratchett? No sitting on the fence. Have the players missed or skipped entire plot points that would have changed the ending of the campaign? Kind of, but not really. Let me explain. When D20 Live is constructed, it's not, I would say, finished. What happens is it's kind of bullet pointed, and as such, little elements are put in so that the players can also help fill it in as they roleplay and help paint that world. So it very rarely has ever happened, and usually if there is something they miss, I kind of shove it under their nose. With year 1, there was a 50-50 chance that they were going to get back to the palace after the guy had come and killed Al-Sabakar and moved on. But I decided that they needed a combat encounter, so I just made that they made it in time. If they hadn't, they would have had to have been hunting through the city to find out where this guy had come from, which would have been a completely different adventure for the entire second half. Year 2, they skipped, well, they didn't skip it, they knew it was there, they just chose not to. There was actually an option to go to the cargo bay area of the Sulaco, fight the Alien Queen, and set the timer to make the Sulaco blow up. But because they didn't do that, only the Archangel self-destructs, and as a result, the Sulaco is still intact, drifting through deep space. If we ever go back there. As for year 3, that is the Tomb of Horrors. I can't even begin to go over all the things they missed, but that's because it's the Tomb of Horrors, and that's an entirely different animal. And of course, if you want to see the Tomb of Horrors module, go to the D20 Live Facebook page. And like us, of course, when you're there. Will you release the earlier campaigns? This goes back to what I just said, actually. Earlier campaigns are not like fully developed, fleshed out as modules with like large notes. They're very short and abbreviated so that they can be really worked and reworked on the fly as per the needs of the players as well as myself. I would like to, at some point in the future, write them up and make them full and proper modules, and maybe put a little extra added content and expanded content in there for players as well as like just fans to use, which I might do in the near future, but that's something that's going to be a little bit later on. What are the stats for the demons, if there are any? If not, what do they do to the players that have gone ethereal or astral? Just use generic demons from the bestiary. The idea is that there's a lot of demons in the astral plane. I'm assuming you're talking about the Tomb of Horrors. For the Tomb of Horrors, and it's really catastrophic if you ever go there. So under no circumstances you shouldn't go. So just look up your normal demons and whatever really you as the DM find appropriate or feel is appropriate that a Serac would have ever made or put under his own will for the tomb to keep it maintained at the same time. How do you select who will be playing in each year's campaign? Each year what happens is we speak to the guest liaison as well as the con head and any events coordinators that might be involved as to what we're planning to run and what we're looking for within players. And from there, the guest liaison will typically send out that invitation to as many of the guests as they can, and then come back to me with the names, and then from there I talk with whoever I need to within the convention. We discuss and debate about who would have the best mix together, who's got some good history, who's really got a good stage presence and things like that, as well as who's new, who's returned too much and things like that. So every year it's kind of dependent on not only what we're running, but who's coming to the convention and what they have to offer. That's it for my questions. If you guys have any more questions for me or anything else you want to see on this channel, because apparently somehow we got over 100 subscribers in the past 3 weeks. Tell us what you want to see on this channel. We're more than happy to make more content for you because we really can't sustain a channel on one video a year. That's just silly. We're hopefully going to do another live event soon for a fan interaction event, as well as we're going to try and get more content up on this channel and see what you guys want. So let us know. If you got more questions for us, by all means, we're always welcome to answer them. And that's it. I'm Big Mike from D20 Live. And we hope you were informed by this video. Later!